There was a guy who worked at a warehouse, and his name was Jack, and every day he would come in and pick orders all day, and he was very good at his job. One day, as he was picking an order, he looked up and saw this cool order picker machine, and he asked his boss if he could use it to pick orders faster. His boss said sure and showed him how to drive it. It could go up and down the aisles, and it was much faster than walking. So Jack started using the order picker to drive up and down the aisles. He had two coworkers named Darren and Caden. Sometimes when Jack would leave for the night, Darren would say, "Hey, Jack's off," which meant his pants were around his ankles. Then Caden would start laughing because he thought Darren's dirty humor was so funny, and they both thought it was hilarious to make fun of Jack. So every day on his way home from work, Jack would practice playing his guitar really loud to try and get back at them, but it never seemed to work. They still made fun of him every day. But Jack never gave up, and he was still the best picker in the warehouse. He always picked his orders the fastest, and he was always on time coming back from his break, and he was always on time when he came into work. He was a very reliable employee and didn't jack around. And Darren and Caden, they weren't very good at their jobs. They were the slowest ones, and they were always late coming back from their breaks, and they were always late when they came into work. They were naughty boys with those dirty words. And one day there was a fire in the warehouse, and the alarm went off, and everyone had to evacuate, and Darren and Caden went to the bathroom together. And unfortunately, the bathroom door locked automatically and they couldn't get out, and the smoke was starting to fill up in the bathroom. They were panicking and hitting the door trying to get out, but they couldn't. So Darren yelled for help, and Jack heard him, and he ran over and unlocked the door and saved them. And they were very grateful that Jack saved their lives. After that, they were never mean to Jack again. They became best friends. Every day on the way home, they would go to Jack's house, and they would practice playing guitar with him. They even started a band together, and they called it the Warehouse Band. They played gigs at parties, and they were pretty good. And Jack was happy because finally, people would stop saying, "Hey, Jack's off." He didn't have to play his guitar super loud anymore. And Jack was very happy because he never gave up, and he was always himself. And in the end, everything worked out for him. He got two great friends, and he stopped having to play his guitar super loud. The moral of this story is never give up and always be yourself. If you're always yourself, then one day something good will happen to you.